everybody, it's Ashley from Posh Crochet Patterns. Today's video is a review on these new products that I got from Michaels. So I went to Michaels craft store to get more roving wool for felting, and they had this pretty big pack for $8.99. So this is Dimensions brand, and it is 100% wool roving, and its total net weight is 1.76 ounces, which it looks like quite a bit. That should last me a while. And then I also got this Dimensions brand finger sponges. So you put these on your fingers so that you don't prick your finger real bad like I did. So that's what these are for. So hopefully they're not uncomfortable. Hopefully. I haven't tried them yet, so we're gonna try both of these out today. So first, let's open this up. This is a good amount. This is off-white. It says it's white, but it's more of an off-white color. That's a lot. Look at that. That is a lot of wool. This is gonna last me a while. Wow, that is huge for $8.99 at Michaels. Wow. It's a lot more than I thought it would be. Wow, I think that's a good deal. And it's for needle felting. It was in the needle felting section. So first I went to a Michaels, which I was in Louisville, and I went to Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby only had, just small amounts of each color in a pack, similar to this. And I didn't want that. I wanted one solid white or off-white, because what I am doing is I'm making the base of my felts this color, and then I'm adding these little singles that I got over top of it. That way I don't waste this. But I have a few interesting things to show you all. So I made this really cute little bunny. I did not hardly use any wool. Like, seriously, I don't know if you all watched the other video that I made of the 36 packs of the little packs of the different colors of wool or not, but I pretty much made this little guy pretty much with one full pack, just one full pack of the light gray. And then on the ears I used dark gray, on the arms I used dark gray, and a little dark gray on the legs. Like, this little leg doesn't look so good. I need to go over that a little bit more, but pretty much everything else with this little guy's done. And he turned out looking cute. He looks pretty cute, I think. I did pretty good. So you do not have to use a ton of wool when you make your projects, and I'll show you when I demonstrate with this. So yeah, that is a big pack. But okay, so first I went to Hobby Lobby. They didn't have what I was looking for. Then I went to Michaels in Louisville, and they didn't have this. They said that they were a smaller store. So make sure before you go to your Michaels store, make sure that they have this, because not all Michaels stores has this. So I had to go to another town to get this, is basically what I'm saying. So make sure that they actually have that before you make a trip out there. And okay, so these are the little finger protectors. So let's try this out. Comes with 3 of them. Oh boy. One looks bigger. I guess the bigger one, here, let's get a closer look. I guess the bigger one is for the thumb. Yeah, you can definitely tell this one's bigger. This one's okay, so there's the 3 sizes. So this one's the biggest, second biggest, and smallest. So I'm guessing that goes on my thumb. And that's different. Actually, I think would be better if it was, I'm not so sure about these actually. This one, the smaller one, that fits this finger perfect. It's more snugger. Huh, hopefully these work out well. Okay, that one fits my thumb better than this big one. I guess this big one might be for people with big thumbs, or maybe men, maybe. But okay, let's try it out. Okay, so I'm unrolling this. That is a lot. Look how much wool that is. Like, wow. That's a lot. It's a whole lot of wool. It's got some little tiny pieces in it, but we can just pick those out. Like, wow. Okay, so I've learned that I can needle felt little miniatures with hardly any wool. A lot of people will take the end and they will just roll up pretty much everything they got. They'll take all of this and then they'll felt that, right? So even though they'll take a big amount and they'll felt it. Well, so this is what I did. This is just, I got this pad right here. It's a foam pad. It comes in a big excuse me, a big long roll, and it's all, you know, folded up. I got it for $10 at Walmart in the sewing department. So this is what this is. It's just a foam pad, in case you all want to know. So I'm just gonna unroll this back out to the way this was, and I'm going to show you all what I did. So I made a mouse recently, but I ended up giving it away. We had a friend that visited and he loved it, so I gave it to him. So I just take just a little bit. I actually had a lot less when I did the mouse, and I end up just adding more to it. So let me see if I can get a better angle at it. So I start off just on this foam pad, okay, and then I just kept doing this over and over. And it doesn't seem like it's doing much at first, but it just takes time. Okay? It just takes a little time. But it all ends up going together, even though it doesn't seem like it's hardly any wool, really. And I keep doing this until it goes down the way I want. And I guess let's go ahead and do this side too. I wish I had my editing app. That way I can do really long videos and just fast forward through. You know, like some felting videos do, because this is a little bit of a longer process. Oh, I need to use my fingers. I totally forgot. Let's try these out. Okay, so I can still hold it. It's different with these fingers on, but it definitely sucks when you poke your fingers. Does not feel good. It almost feels like going to the doctor, or when they poke your finger to get a blood sample. Is what it kind of. It doesn't really feel like that because it's a lot deeper, but it doesn't feel pleasant, especially when you get it real good. So this is the process that I did. I just used the fluff of it, and I just kept going with it and poking it and rotating and poking it. And that's what I did with this bunny. Believe it or not, I just used that fluff, just a little bit of fluff, until, like, his head is a ball shape, his body is a bulb shape. So it's more of a ball here, and then it comes down like a bulb. And I just did it until he was felted really good, but not hard, because I've learned that the harder it's felted, the harder it is to get these little things to attach. So I've learned not to felt it too much to where it's still squishy. As long as it's still squishy, then I can add the arms and the tail and the legs and all this other extra stuff. So I definitely learned that. So, and I'm sure this wool is good. I mean, it came from Michaels, and that was a lot of wool. I'm super glad, even though we spent a lot of gas driving to all those stores. I suppose it was very much worth it. So, but trust me, this process works. It's just a longer process, but it works. Like, all of this will felt down. It'll felt down to just like the bunny did. And it will turn out fine. It just takes a little while. Just takes a little while longer is all. But it is it is definitely possible to make cute stuff with less wool. If you don't have a lot of wool, then do it just like this. Like those little packs, it says that they're 3 grams is what it says, but I don't think they're really 3 grams. I think they're more like 2, maybe even less than 2. These little packs that I got. Oops, sorry. That's some of it that I was working with on another project. So yeah, so when you only got that much wool, you got to work with what you got. And so that's what I did. So if you look, it is felting down. Just have to just keep poking it. And rotating it. See? It is working. And that's exactly what I did with the bunny. And I should have took a picture or something of that mouse. It's like when it was almost finished, he had said, "Can I have one? Can you make me one?" So I just went ahead. I gave it to him because it took me 2 days to make that mouse, and I worked really hard on that mouse. So I was like, "Here, you can just go ahead and have the mousey. I'll just make me another one." So yeah. So okay, so these finger things, they work good. I mean, look, you definitely cannot get my finger with that. So that is good. And it doesn't feel too awkward holding it, which is neat. So yeah, I think these are pretty good buys right here. These finger things though were $13.99 at Michael's. Which is, I think, a little too high. I think Dimensions should charge less for some finger sponges, but but, you know, that's how much they sell them for at Michael's. Which Michael's probably only paid $4 or $5 for them from Dimensions, and then they're selling them to us for $13.99. So maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying. So yeah, this is how I did my bunny, and my bunny turned out great. I just got to fix that one part on his leg. I just got to cover it back up with just a little bit. See how it's definitely, it's felting, so that's good. Yeah, so. And I'll just use this to make me another little mousy. And I definitely want to keep the rounded shape. So I'm going over it at the end. You see, I want it to stay rounded like a, I guess, like a hot dog shape maybe. Because I'm definitely going to use this to probably make me another mouse. I'm going to use this for all sorts of stuff. Like, man, that wool's going to last me a long time. Considering I only use a little bit of wool at a time. So yeah, I definitely think these were good buys. Definitely. That bag of wool, great deal for $8.99. That is a lot of wool. And it was in the store at Michael's. But like I said, make sure you find out that that's the big store that carries it, because that's what the lady said. She said, well, we're the smaller store. We don't carry needle felting. And I said, well, what about this store? And she said, oh yeah, that one's the big store. That one will carry it. So I went there. This was the last bag of the white. They had another big bag that had half white, half black, but they were sold out. So they carry a big bag of this with half black and half white, which is more like off-white. It's not a bright white. Just to let y'all know. See, so it's felting down. It's just a little bit of a longer process doing it the way I do it. But hey, I'm able to make a lot of stuff with less wool. And all about saving money. I like these fingers things. I don't have any problem with them. Yeah, so right about here, it still needs to be felted a little bit more. Just a little bit more, and then I'll shape it. Because so the mouse that I had, he went like this. Okay, and he laid on his back, so I had the head here. He laid on his back and had this going up with his butt and his feet and his tail. It was too cute. So yeah, so all we need to do, which really kind of needs to be felted a little bit more. But let's see. Let's go ahead and try to get it. Okay, because we want him to curve. You know, like that. Yeah, so I've figured out that, you know, mostly when I'm felting, I'm using this foam pad here. It does not stick in this foam pad. this foam pad is great. It also helps to keep it fluffy too, because if I use this, oh, it'll felt down flat. If I was poking this on that, if I went too far down deep, this foam pad, it would like meld down more, and I don't like that. So I'm just using the small piece here of this foam pad that I got from Walmart. And then I just need to choose which side I want to be the head. Probably this side would be the upper body, I'm guessing. So yeah, so that's just a tip for you all for felting. To use less wool. It works for me. Just a longer process. See, and I'm able to kind of poke right through it too. And it's just bouncing right off that sponge, which is cool. That's cool. Oh, cool. And it curved good too, doing it that way. Look at that. It curved good like that. Huh. Uh-oh. I did feel it through here though, y'all. I did feel it through there. So that is thin. Do not get yourself there. I barely felt it. So this is the strong part here. This here, you'll feel it through there. That's really thin. So be careful with that too. So this, I don't feel it at all. That's cool though. Kind of like just be careful. But yeah, it's cool. It curves like that. It might help to get it to curve. It's kind of good because I want him to be able to lay on his back like the mouse I did before. He laid just like that with his head here, his butt and feet, and the tail. See, like that. And he turned out great. He turned out really super cute like that. And then like now I can pretty much probably start on his head. And see, it's easy to add attachments to it because it's not felted, you know, hard. So I should be able, well, I will be able to attach his arms and his head and all of that. And if you want to add like any fur details or anything like that, you will. And so yeah, so but if I end up showing the whole thing on how I made the mouse, it would be probably a few hour long video. But maybe if I can get that app again, then maybe I'll be able to show you all. Well, this is actually coming along pretty quickly, actually. It's already 26 minutes, which it's not a whole lot of time, so. Okay, cool. So there we go. That way he can sit up like that. All right, so let's see. Let's see if I can go ahead and get his head going. So we just want like a little bit of a ball. Move this stuff out of the way. Okay, best thing to do is roll this up. Hold on, let me show you. Okay, so here's all this fluff. Roll that up. Best you can. Somewhat in a ball. All right, let's try these finger things. All right. Well, it's a little bit different doing it with these finger sponges, but I'm not hurting myself, which is good. It's always a good thing. I'm going to try to get an oblong shape going on for the face, for the pointy nose. So I'm just going in the same direction as I turn it, so it all goes down kind of to a point. This kind of looks like a head, kind of looks like it might be too big. It's okay, because we're gonna felt it down anyway. So see that so far? Sorry about the noise in the background. It's my little babies. I think they're trying to recreate the noises I'm making. Huh. That's funny. Okay, so yeah, this head might work. Yeah, mommy's making noise too, huh? Yeah, so I'm just gonna felt it down and get that a little bit smaller. Okay, it still kind of looks like it might be a little too big. Now I'm working at the pointed side of the nose. Try to felt it down. Hey kiddos, hey. So this is the tip part of the nose. Okay, so let's see the shape. That still needs just a little bit more work to it. So then we'll just attach the head like that to its back. I think I might felt down the head a little bit more. But yeah, so that's this wool's good. I just haven't felt it. It's still very squishy, so I just haven't felted it down very good. That's just because I got a lot more work to do on it. But yeah, so hopefully these tips help you all too. So you can use less wool and accomplish a lot. And it's just a lot more time to it. Not a whole lot more time, but just more time to it. And these finger things work great. Just don't poke yourself down here on this thin piece. Right here is really tough. So these work good. $13.99 for 3 of them. But yeah, they work great though. I didn't hurt my fingers this time. So you can see my fingers all pricked up. So yeah, so I hope y'all like the video. I hope that helps a lot. If you all want to get a big bulk of a really good amount of off-white roving wool, just go to Michael's, because that was a lot. And that's where I got these at too. They're the Dimensions brand. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all again soon. Bye bye, y'all.